And welcome to race number one of the Leaf Filter Series. We're here at the Daytona International Speedway for the running of the Daytona 300. The 38 car field, after all of winter testing, we'll see where they stack up for the first race of the season and the first restrictor plate race of the season. And as we say that, one team appears to have the best so far, and that is Roush Fenway Racing, with cars starting first and second. Tyler Marco grabbing pole and Riley Spurley-Tube starting in the second position. But just because they qualified first and second does not mean they'll finish there. As it being a plate race, anything can happen. And they are the only two Fords besides the fellow teammate 98 Jake Rogers, who starts sixth inside of the majority top half of the field. So we're going to have to see if the other manufacturers will be able to take down the two Fords, or if they'll be able to dominate the entire race and have help from their teammate Jesse Turner, who starts farther in the back of the pack. 20 laps around this race. Pace car is off, leaving the field in the hands of Tyler Markle, and the green flag is in the air. We're racing here at the Daytona International Speedway. Markle will go up and block his teammate to try to get the two Roush cars with a run. Go back and block the inside, which was Audrey Baranowskis. As Markle leads the field off of turn 2 for the first time. Everyone's spreading out, trying to get into the lane that they prefer. And here comes Baranowskis to the inside in the number 5 machine. Trying to shuffle the Roush Fords to the high side, and that's what they will do with help from Zachary Fitzwater in the 47. Has to throw a quick block on the 04 of Steve Pollard, so he doesn't make a 3 wide. Lap 1 of the season will be led by the 5 Audrey Baranowskis. Bonus point for every lap led. Well, bonus point for a lap led, bonus points for most laps led. So with a track like this, if you can lead 2 laps, you may just get the double bonus points. Steve Pollard to the inside, but now going to be put 3 abreast for the second position. Zachary Fitzwater will throw it back down to the inside, as we have Casey Nanico now moving up to the second position with the 34 following suit. Only 3 wide in the first half of the pack for the moment, as Austin Delgado trying to make a single file behind Fitzwater and Nanico. Top 3 have stayed even so far. Jesse Turner now trying to break out of the pack. Passing his teammates, not deciding to go up into the high line. As a top 4, look to be holding station, but there goes the 34 of Austin Delgado for the second position. Gonna push Nanico up to the high side, and it looks like Turner will also go to the high side. And Zachary Fitzwater, like I said earlier, if you lead the most laps, it may just be 2 or 3. He's about to lead his second lap here in today's race. So he could get that double bonus points. Austin Delgado in the 34. We have the 71 of Jackie Tang moving up. Now as some of the drivers from the mid-pack start making their way up to the front, we have some of the cars from the lead pack dropping back. As you can see, here's where our pole sitter is, still on the outside, stuck in the middle of the pack for the moment. And there they go, 3 abreast for the race lead down the back straightaway. Jackie Tang does not decide to go with Austin Delgado, and they will go up to the top spot with help from Cole Baker in the 11. 2 Toyotas hang out the other Toyota and Chevrolet. Jeff Morris there in the 52 now hunting. He's going to push Cole Baker up the racetrack as the 11 has to go to the high line, as now Jackie Tang leads that lap. Going to have to defend for himself from the Chevrolet and Dodge that's on the inside line. Chuck Morris peeks his nose in there, and he's going to get there with help from Dylan Young in the 26. And on the back straightaway, not much 3 wide. They're trying to stay only side by side, but as I say that, a lot of drivers start shooting to the middle now, trying to move lanes. As once again, 3 wide for the race lead. Dylan Young with a huge push from the 84 Zach Rogers. You can see just the car length gap that they have on the inside line, and that will propel the 26 to the race lead for the moment. And back down in front of the 24, it looks like they have a 2-car tandem going on as they both go to the outside line for the moment. They both settle back to the inside line. These two appear to be working very well together early on in this race, getting closer to halfway. Tristan in the 10 jumps down, and now it's going to be 3 abreast down the back straightaway yet again. Tristan, Zach Rogers, and Dylan Young. Then following them, going to be the pusher, Chris Bailey, in the 12. So Tristan will take the race lead in the number 10. The 02 of Logan York was, if I'm not mistaken, one of the cars who started farther in the back. He's going to be the first one to make his way to the front from the back of the pack cars. As the 10 leads that lap, Chris Bailey to the front now. Being pushed by Logan York as York gets stuck in the middle by the 79 of Dylan Montgomery. Montgomery going to hold on to the inside as now they're side by side, 3 abreast through a majority of the pack. If anything happens now, it could be a massive wreck if it happens up at the front, as Steve Pollard gets back up to the race lead. He has help from the 30 of Joseph Strigley in the 88 of Peter Onjak. Strigley gets put to the middle following the 04 as they drop back down to the inside. The 04 leads that lap. As the 42 making his first move up there, Austin Colano into the 4th spot, and Priya McShane going up into the 5th spot. As per the usual at super speedway tracks, a bunch of names that start at the back, you start hearing about them through mid-race for the first time, except Steve Pollard. Pollard gets from the high side and made his way back to the inside, one of very few to be able to do that so far today. As Strigley follows, now he's going to get passed by the 88 of Peter Onjak. Onjak down to the bottom with McShane. 2 Hendrick-powered cars here. Going to be working together. And that's going to propel Onjak to the race lead. 04 doesn't even put up a fight there. Onjak and McShane to the top 2 spots. McShane throws the block on James Sykes in the 07. 07 with a Ford behind him of Jesse Turner. Makes it 3 abreast for the race lead going into turn 3. As the majority of the field is now 3 abreast. Sykes to the lead, Jesse Turner, Audra Baranowskis. And now they're going to make it 3 wide amongst themselves. Turner actually does get to the inside, throws the block on Baranowskis. Baranowskis still tries to peek back to the inside. Rob Evans following behind Baranowskis for the bottom line. This entire pack just waiting to see if anything happens in it. As we're on the halfway lap here. 13 of Devin Zimmerman. Next car up on the inside. But Baranowskis back to the top spot. Has Rob Evans following. And everyone appears to be minding their P's and Q's in the middle of the pack for the moment. Have to see if it continues that way throughout the entirety of the race. Zimmerman, Evans, and Baranowskis right now trying to pull away from the pack as much as they can. They have the 01 of Stephen Pollard III following behind, and the 99 of RJ Reynolds. As now to make moves out, the 2 Chevrolets, besides the race leader, make it to the inside. Baranowskis kind of gets hung out to dry as they're trying to kick the Ford out. As Evans leads, but he can't make the block on Baranowskis, which allows Pollard III to the inside. Stephen Pollard III with Jesse Turner yet again getting to the inside in the number 17. Seems to be able to do that a lot in this race. As now the 3 abreast has shuffled to the outside of the top 10, as top 10 trying to keep it nice and clean racing for the moment. Like I said, for the moment, there goes Charles Sanford to the inside of Jesse Turner for the race lead. 3 abreast back into turn 3 yet again. Sanford there. You also have the 18 of Nathan Orman behind. I actually do not know what that car is. That is the 61 of Cody Smart. And I forgot that car had a sponsor. I thought it was completely unsponsored, but Apparently, Head does have a sponsor. Cody Smart following Nathan Ormond up through the pack. Kev Shearer in the 00, making his way up now. You also have the 20, Amari Johnson. So you have some Joe Gibbs cars making the way now, along with some Michael Waltrip Racing cars. Wonder if Toyota will be able to take over this race, as now they go three nose to tail on the inside line in the lead of the race, trying to just take a massive chokehold over the rest of the field to try to win this race for Toyota Racing. Orman leads over Shearer and Marty Johnson. Looks like they're fully content to just stay nose to tail for the moment. As looks like they will make a move. Kev Shearer with the help from Marty Johnson, but Shearer's going to get put in the middle as Quentin Moore pushes Marty Johnson on the inside. And it's going to be the 20 car going to the front of the field here at Daytona. You know, the 89 Quentin Moore following behind. And then we have Zachary Fitzwater in the 47. Quentin Moore peeking to the inside. Marty Johnson tries to throw the block, can't get there. Quentin Moore goes to the race lead, entering turn 1. As Zachary Fitzwater is shoving the 89 for the moment. Then we have the 61 of Cody Smart there, sitting in the middle of the line for the moment. Zachary Fitzwater gonna get the help from the 61. Gotta go around Quentin Moore for the top spot here at Daytona. Middle of the pack, they're getting real racy there. Thought there was almost 4 wide for a second. Cody Smart there in the second position, waiting, seeing if he can get around Fitzwater. As now there goes the 22 of Johnny Gardner up to the 3rd spot, followed by the 71 of Jackie Tang and the 7 of GN Sanford. 47 trying to hold off the rest of the field. He led quite a few laps by himself, but now Cody Smart going to instantly get there to the inside. Won't be multiple laps led for Fitzwater this time. He's in the lead. Not much pushing help from Jackie Tang at the moment. As now they're going to go 3 abreast, possibly 7 thinks better of it. Leading that lap yet again is Zachary Fitzwater. So I think with that, he's definitely locked up most laps led in this race. As Jackie Tang 3 abreast for the race lead. Getting towards the end of the race here. Everyone trying to make their final moves to win the Daytona 300. GN Sanford in the middle. Now to the inside is the 66 of Christian Vargas, making it 3 wide for second, as Jackie Tang still holds on to the race lead, coming to 3 laps to go here at Daytona. Tang over Vargas, over Markle. Who will be the first one to make a move? Who's going to try to stay in line for as long as they can? Peek out on the last lap. Looks like Vargas wants to control this race in a chokehold. Don't know if he'll be able to, because this draft has made it really hard to get anyone out in front of the pack for multiple laps at a time. As shown here, Silent Markle goes to the inside of the 66, trying to get up close to the side draft. There goes the 32 of Carter Friesen to the inside. 3 abreast for the race lead, coming to 2 laps to go. Friesen up to the top. Riley Spurley-Tube in the 2nd spot. That leaves Zach Rogers now hunting for the 3rd position. Coming to 2 laps to go. Carter Friesen leads that lap. Who will lead the last one? As once again, a couple Toyotas on the inside. 84 and 10. Looks like they got separated from the 32. As Spurley-Tube leads the race. Zach Rogers sitting behind the 16 for the moment. 16 trying to use the Roush Yates engine to just pull away from any draft that can get to his inside. Coming to the white flag this time. 1 lap to go here in the Daytona 300. Tristan Allen goes to the inside of Zach Rogers for the race lead. Spurley-Tube goes to block. White flag's in the air. 1 lap to go here at Daytona. Tristan Allen trying to get some help. Jack Morrison, the 52, will be the one to give him some help. There goes the 21 of Samit Ozkan, giving a huge shove to the 10 as they're getting right to the back bumper of the 16. Who's going to be the one to win this race? Trisellen peeks to the inside. Samit Ozkan goes even farther to the inside. 3 abreast for the race lead and for the race win going into turn 3 and 4. The 21 looks to be in the best case scenario. Samit Ozkan here. And off of turn number 4, Samit Ozkan in the 21. He slides up into the middle lane. It's going to be a photo finish, but it's going to be a 21 of Samit Ozkan winning the Daytona 300 here in the first race of the Leaf Filter Series season. Trisellen second, Jake Rogers third, Marty Johnson and fourth, and GN Sanford rounding out the top 5. Jack Morris, Riley Spurley-Tube, Cole Baker, Carter Friesen, and Steve Pollard making up the top 10. For the first race of the season, it was a close finish as the 21 barely edges out the 10 for the first race. And that's the margin of victory there. The 21 takes over the 10. As the checkered flag waves. That's the first race completed. Race at the top 10. Tyler Markle in 11th. Casey Nanico 12th. Zach Rogers 13th. Austin Delgado 14th. Christian Vargas 15th. Jackie Tang 16th. Johnny Gardner 17th. Cody Smart 18th. Joseph Strigley 19th. And Zachary Fitzwater rounding out the top 20. James Sykes, Quentin Moore, Rob Evans, Logan York, Peter Onjek, Jesse Turner, Dylan Young, Audrey Baranowskis, Devin Zimmerman, and Austin Colano make up the top 30. RJ Reynolds. I'm completely brain farting here. It's first race of the season. Yeah, Dylan Montgomery, Kev Shear, Stephen Pollard III, Chris Maley, Priya McShane, Nathan Ormond, and Charles Sanford make out the full field of the top of the 38. So Ozkan, if he can stay in the top 30 in the chase, will punch his way into the chase. In the top 30 in points, will punch his way into the chase for the season. But this is early on in the season. You have to see how that car performs on other tracks that aren't a super speedway. But let's go on the victory lane to congratulate Ozkan on the win here before we see what the point standings look like after race number 1. And here's what the point standings look like after the first race of the season. Looks pretty much like how the results did, just with some changes for when drivers led a majority of laps. Sam Ozkan, Tristan Allen, Jake Rogers, Mark Johnson, Janine Sanford, Jack Morris, Riley Spurley-Tube, Cole Baker, Carter Friesen, Steve Pollard. For the most part, the results are exactly how the points are, except you could see Zachary Fitzwater 19th instead of where he finished in 20th. Other than that, it looks to be pretty much exactly the same between the finishing positions and the points. So that's all you need to know. Top 12 will make the chase. So obviously, a bit too early to look at it for in terms of making it in off points, but you can see Zach Rogers and Casey Nanico. Those are the two on the bubble right now, but obviously plenty of time. And here's the manufacturer points just for whatnot. Chevrolet leading Toyota, Ford, and Dodge. But I thank you guys for watching race number 1 of the season. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the second race of the season, which I definitely have planned. Somewhere I have the schedule. Second race of the season will be at the Rockingham Raceway, as a matter of fact. So, see you guys then.